Ruth Ball coming to you for episode 39 this year. This is my 39th episode. I know I've been just kind of miscounting a little bit, but today I want to talk to you about how does your trauma affect you. I know a lot of people just don't like the word trauma and they avoid it at all costs, and they decided to, not get healing. How many marriages and relationships do you know gets broken down because one party doesn't want to heal? Because it's just like something about trauma, something about healing. So I'm going to remove some of these myth today about how to heal, how that affects your life, and not healing. So I'm excited. I'm very, very, very excited to share this incredible topic with you. And after the commercial break, I will be back. Hey, everybody, brave people on demand. If you are tuning in, just say hi. Give me a comment. Sometimes I don't see your comment until after, but I would love it if you can say hi, and I will try to connect here on my phone so I can address your question as you go. Oh, perfect. So I'm actually on my phone so I can see your questions. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. So today we're going to talk about how trauma affects you. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. So have you thought about changing your language? You speak English, correct? Or you may have come from another part of the country where you feel like you can speak another language fluently, right? So if I ask you to heal your trauma, it's like asking you to change your language, right? That is so difficult at first for somebody. It's like, how am I going to learn a new language, right? How am I going to do all that by myself, right? So just like when you're learning a language, you need somebody that speaks that language. So therefore, you want to learn from that person, how to do that. I learned how to speak language when I was 16. Actually, my parents raised me in South Korea, and I went to English school. My dad speaks 5 languages, so it is something that I had to acquire. And I'm sure there are skills that you had to acquire. Trauma healing is like that. And I just wanted to share with you how it affects you. So, if you have had a recent breakup or fight with somebody, raise your hand. Ha ha ha. Yes. Yeah, sometimes when you are fighting with somebody or in an intimate relationship with somebody or at a workplace, okay, when you have a trauma conflict, your trauma conflicts with this person's trauma, you either trigger each other. It's like you're speaking a different language. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that's been the case for you. You've had a fight with somebody, you had a conflict with somebody, it felt like you guys are speaking the different language. Does that make sense? You're not getting each other. Does that make sense? Yes, I've had that happen before. So here is an effects of trauma. Okay. It affects your work. It affects your intimate relationships like friends, your spouse, obviously sex life. And not that you have a sexual trauma, it's just trauma in general helps you create narrative for your life. Does that make sense? It's like I'm going to talk about a language, right? It's very foreign to you, because trauma is a language that you're given. It's like something happened to you and it feels like trauma allows you to feel a certain way about someone or event or something. It's a very personal thing. because it makes you feel like you can't do anything about it. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah. So the way it affects you is that it affects your thought, um, that makes you have things like body pain, self deprecating thoughts, toxic thoughts, right? It's like, I can't do anything about it. Because what trauma happened at a younger age, what it does is like it kind of like takes the power over you, and it feels like you can't do anything about it. And so that manifests again and again in your life. So, that's the first thing, is that trauma makes you believe in your body and your mind and soul that you can't do anything about it. It's like you are powerless over it. Does that make sense? It's like, oh, I don't know how to speak French. I don't. I don't even know how to begin. Like, can't do about that. So that's the first effect, is that it makes you detach from the problem that you're having. Does that make sense? So that's the first thing that trauma does to you. It makes you feel like you can't do anything about it. That's why people don't get healing. Duh, that makes sense to me so much. Does that make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense to you. This is why people don't want to heal. Because, duh, they can't do anything about it. So why would they go heal? I don't think I can learn French. So why would I go to a French school, right? That's why people don't receive healing. And it ended up causing a lot of breakdown of relationship, breakdown of the body, disease. People quit their job prematurely. So many conflicts that we can't figure out how to resolve. Yeah, that's how it affects. Yes, it makes you feel powerless, especially for women that, most children felt powerless over parents or a bigger person. And yes, it could be very, yeah, self deprecating. Basically, it takes power out of you. And you look for a solution outside of yourself. That's number two. The way it affects you, the trauma affects you, is that you're looking for a solution outside of yourself. For example, let's say somebody sexually abused as a child. That's just an example, but it could be in any other trauma. Somebody did something to you. Okay. So that makes you feel like you need this to stop. You need outside influences to stop for you to heal, or for you to feel better or have peace. It's like they need to stop. They need to fix things. They need to change. So what trauma does is that that solution is outside of yourself, because you feel so powerless when you're traumatized first. Therefore, you feel like you're not able to fix it. You're not able to go outside of yourself and fix it, right? And you feel like addicted. So that's why the whole world and mankind, I feel like we're totally trauma uninformed, is addicted to substance. Addicts believe that they can't do anything about it. So they are like, I'm just going to go smoke. Oh, I'm just going to go watch TV. Oh, I'm going to go not talk about this, but I can't fix it. So I just want to numb my pain in certain ways that we all know what to do with it. So second thing that trauma does to you, trauma looks for a solution outside of yourself. Okay. So what it does to you is that you don't feel like the solution is within you, that you can fix this, you can heal this, you can have peace regardless of what's happening around you. Feels like if you're in a toxic relationship, you feel like, oh, I can't fix him, therefore I'm gone. It's like traumatized self makes you realize, I have no power control over this situation, so I'm out of here. What trauma tells you is that it looks for a solution outside of yourself, and that gives you no power. Does that make sense? It's a big circle. It's like, I can't do it, I won't do it. So that is how trauma affects your body, mind, and soul. So I'm going to give you an example. It's like, we do have peace, we do have love, we do have truth, we do have healing power within us. There's no trauma that we cannot heal because this is the key. Trauma is only unique to you. Nobody else can have this trauma except you. So trauma is very unique and personal. So that gives you an opportunity to heal your own trauma. Nobody else can heal your trauma but you. So that is a flip side of how you can affect your trauma. This is how you can heal your trauma because the trauma that you have is happen only to you. I don't think anybody disagrees. If you disagree, feel free to comment and just let me know. Trauma uniquely happened to you. Nobody else has that trauma. Only you have that trauma that you have. Therefore, you're the only one that can heal it. How empowering is that? How empowering is that? Give me heart. Like, I just love that thought about how trauma is uniquely mine. I'm the only one that can fix it. To me, that's so empowering. It's the opposite of how I can't do anything about it. Oh, it happened to me, I can fix it. No, you're the only one who can fix it, right? If everybody thought this way, our society, our lives would be so much better. So this mentality helps you to realize, oh, solution is not outside of myself. Solution is within me. I am the one who can heal and fix my own trauma. Wow. So this is how you affect your trauma. And I just wanted to say hallelujah. Like, I just feel like amen or whatever. Like, woohoo, because it happened to me. Because it is not something that we need to be afraid. It is not something that we need to be afraid of healing, or it is not hard to do. As long as you understand what your truth is, where you're headed, how you feel about yourself, how you connect to yourself. You can be intimate with yourself, and that's all you need to heal your trauma and affect your life. And I'm gonna tell you, you don't have to die to go to heaven to feel good in your life, to have everything that you've been dreaming of, like the success you wanted, the intimacy you wanted, and be in a relationship or be in a successful business, whatever you name it. You can have that on this side of earth. You don't have to die to go to heaven to get those things. So yeah, I would like to, give you an example of how trauma affected me. Okay. Traumas are assholes, okay? Because it affects my body and my mind and my soul. So when the trauma leaves my body, I actually literally puke and get a headache and get sick temporarily. And it just shows, oh my gosh, as it leaves, it affects me this way. How can it stays and not affect my body, right? And so when I release it, I'm able to make clear decisions in certain areas that I couldn't before. Okay. And with my client, they also have bodily pains. Certain area, I have all the body mapped out and what kind of trauma people hold, and depending on certain areas of our body. For example, left side of the neck here is a feminine trauma. Usually have to do with intimacy and sex. And sometimes I try to relax this and massage it. I've done needling, threading. So you focus on that side of the body, then you actually physically, psychologically get ill for temporarily before it leaves your body. It does affect your body. It does affect your eyesight. It does affect your, obviously, digestive system. So there's sometimes diarrhea and things like that comes when the trauma leaves. And after that, you feel incredible and you have a memory that is no longer affecting you emotionally. So emotional health gets restored. Another way trauma is an asshole in my life is this. It creates unnecessary drama, and it makes me unable to focus and have intimacy with somebody. And sometimes you take things personally. You cannot break a problem down into small chunks. So those are how it affects you mentally at work. I've had so many people leaving a job because they couldn't have their triggers handled at work. And so that's physically affecting your job, physically affecting your relationship, your mental health as well. Those are just few things I have experienced, and I have healed from that. It is incredible how your body can keep these things and your mind can keep these things. So I am committed to helping people as much as I can to individually create intimacy, because a lot of trauma happen in an intimate relationship or intimate setting. So I could, I can create that intimacy to heal. Trauma happens when there is intimacy problems, and intimacy is what causes it. And then now healing it, you need to do it through connection and intimacy. So let's connect to your trauma and talk and figure out what it says about you, what it says about your history, and begin your healing journey. It starts with one step at a time. One step at a time. So I hope this makes sense to you. I just want to summarize it. Yes, 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 yes. Say yes to empowering yourself this year. Whatever is left here, 1 month, 2 months left here, empowering yourself, empowering your future by looking into your life and how your trauma is affecting you and your life. And you are the solution. You can do this work. I have a 1-year program and 2-year program, and trauma is like this, learning a new language. And so you are going to think about how you want your life to be changed. And you want to communicate that with me. I'm going to send you my email address and a website, so you can feel free to message me there or book a free session. I would love to do a healing session with you. I'm sorry, I'm going to give you this one. Call coachruth.com. Callcoachruth.com. And if you feel like you'd rather email me, you can email me at connect@ruthfalk.com. Connect@ruthfalk.com. Reach out, because you are empowered to heal yourself. And thank you so much for tuning in and coming in here. I appreciate everyone being here. Share this group, share the content. Ask me any questions about today's session. I'd love to hear from you. I usually give this afternoon and Friday for new clients, new people, just anybody. No pressure to you. I just love to share what I've been given an opportunity to do in my life. And I want to invite you to do the same. It could be somebody that you know already, somebody that you've been working with, but trauma, my God, definitely doesn't have a place in your life. And especially when you're the only one who could do it. All right. Thank you for listening. Thanks for coming. I hope to come back here every Thursday for the rest of the year to give you a healing content. I hope this helped you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this content and share it with your friends. I love you guys. Christmas is coming soon. So yeah, share with me what your plan is for Christmas. I'd love to hear from you. Comment below. All right. Love to see you again soon. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Love you.